All right, good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining me today for a little Qigong and Tai Chi. All right, so today, we're going to, of course, do what we usually do. We loosen up, we'll do some Qigong. I'd also like to just spend some time kind of reviewing, essentially up to this point, we've learned, I guess, a little bit past the halfway point of the form. So I'd like to spend some time just simply doing some good review, kind of sequentially through the form. We'll work on kind of putting all these pieces together that we've been learning. And we'll, of course, learn a couple of new moves as well. All right, so let's go ahead and get loosened up. Start by loosening our joints. All right, so we'll tilt our head back and forwards and back and forwards and side to side. All right, we'll roll our shoulders back. And forwards. All right, separate the feet and single shoulder. Throwing the elbows nice and loose. All right, now really turn the upper body. Throw the elbows back behind you. All right. Now let's take our hands. You can place the backs of your hands together. Just make a big circle, rolling them forwards, loosening up the elbows. And backwards. All right, we'll interlock our fingers, roll our wrists around, forwards and backwards. Okay. All right, hands on our hips and big circle with the hips. Another direction. All right, let's separate the feet and we'll make a big circle with the upper body. And another way. All right. Now let's bring our feet together, hands over the knees, and circle the knees one way. And other direction. Okay, go up on our toe, circle the ankle one way. And another direction. And switch feet. And other way. All right. Well, let's stretch it out a little bit. Get loosened up. We'll start with our feet together. Raise our arms up over the heads. Interlock the fingers and stretch towards the ceiling. And to the left. And to the right. right, backwards. And down to the toes. Okay. All right, let's do our 7-star stretch. So we'll go into a 7-star stance. Interlock fingers and stretch down towards the extended foot. All right, we'll do the other side. All right. Okay, let's see. Let's do the one where we place our foot up on top of a piece of furniture, so a chair that won't slide up against the wall, or just your couch or something, or coffee table. All right, I'm going to place one foot up on there. Keep the other foot, keep the back leg straight and kind of as far away as you can. All right, we'll sink into that front knee, keeping the back leg straight. All right, we'll switch feet. Okay, good. All right, let's do our calves. All right, so we'll do like a bow stance, but with your back foot, with the toes pointed straight ahead, kind of like you're walking the tightrope. All right, keep that back leg straight, shifting the weight forward, stretching the calf and Achilles tendon. Okay, let's do the other side. All right. Okay, let's do our arms real quick. Have our palms facing up. And we'll pull the hands back. Turn them out and around, keeping the palms facing the ceiling. Round to the front. And turn. In. And out. Turn. Out and around. Back by the hip. And out. Let's do one more. Go back. Out and around. Turn. And back. And out. Turn. Around. By the hip. And out. Okay. All right, good. All right, let's go ahead and do a little Qigong now. See, I think today we're on the bear set. Okay, so we'll revisit the bear. It's a nice cool day. They say the bear is good for winter time. So maybe this is our one of our last hurrahs for the bear for our cool weather. All right, let's start with our feet together. And we'll inhale. Exhale. Bending the knees, small step to the left. Inhale, raising the hands. And palms come together down to the chest as you exhale, keeping your weight centered. Just try to relax, take some nice deep breaths. Exhale, lowering the hands. All right, now we'll separate the feet to a horse stance that we can sustain. All right, so bend the knees, keep your back straight, but as long as you can hold this for a good while. All right, we'll inhale. So we bring the hands up, our elbows about a 90-degree angle, palms towards the ceiling. And we'll exhale as you turn to your left. Turning at the waist. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, turning to the left. Inhale, back to center. Turning to the right. Exhale. Inhale, back to center. And exhale to the left. And continue. Let's inhale, back to center. Now as you turn to the right, you'll exhale and push back with the right palm, about shoulder height. Inhale, back to center. Hand comes back up. Exhale, turning to the left, pressing back with the left palm. Inhale, back to center. And continue. Pressing back. Inhale, back to center. This is called bear push down. So exhales, you turn to the right, pushing down with the right palm, and it's about the height of your hip. Inhale, turning back to center, the hand comes back up. Exhale, turn to the left, pressing down with the left palm. Inhale, and exhale to the right. And continue. Inhale, back to center. And palms come down to the base of the chest, with the palms facing up. And as you exhale, you're going to turn to the right and extend those palms directly to your side, about the height of your shoulder. Inhale, back to center, hands below the chest. Exhale, turn to the left, extending the palms. This is called bear offering. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, offering to the right. Inhale, back to center. And exhale to the left. And continue. Inhale, back to center, hands below the chest still. And exhale, turning to the right and pushing directly out to the side with both palms, shoulder height. Inhale, back to center, hands below the chest. And exhale, pressing to the left with both palms. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, pushing to the right. Inhale. And exhale to the left. Continue. Come back to center, feet back at shoulder width. You'll see some gathering the chi. So we'll inhale, raising the hands, and exhale, pressing down. Inhale, gathering. Exhale, directing down to the top of the head, down the center of the body, down to your lower dantian, just below the navel, the center of the body. Inhale, gathering. Exhale, directing down. Continue. Close, just like we began. Inhale and exhale. Hands down to the chest. Nice and relaxed. Take a couple more deep breaths. And exhale. Lower the hands. And one last breath as you bring your feet together. Okay, very good. All right, now we're nice and strong like the bear. All right, let's go ahead and take just a short water break, and we'll come right back, and we'll get into some Tai Chi techniques. All right, I'll see you in just a minute. All right, let's go ahead and get back to it. Okay, so I think today what I'd like to do, the last few classes we've been kind of working on different parts of the form, really. I know some folks are kind of closer to the beginning, working on the earlier first, maybe 3 or 4 moves. Some folks are maybe at the move, 5 or 6 or 7 point, and then we have at least 1 or 2 people who are further along in the form, maybe about halfway. And so we'll continue working on new material, adding some new moves there towards the center of the form as well. But let's do some review of the earlier stuff as well, and perhaps today we'll do it a little more sequentially. We'll jump around a little less. That way, it just kind of feels like you're reviewing things in the proper order that we actually do them in the form. Okay, so why don't we start off with I think what I'd like to do is the first 3 moves of the form. Okay, so we'll do preparation, part wild horse's mane, and white crane spreads its wings. Okay, so remember we turn with our preparation kind of towards the corner, and then we're going to go to kind of 90 degrees from corner to corner as we make our way across the left side of the room as we part the mane. So we'll do 1, 2, and 3 of those, and then we'll finish facing the left side of the room with our white crane. Okay, so hopefully those details are starting to sink in a little bit in terms of the sequence. All right, so we'll start on the right side of your space. We'll make our way to the left. All right, we'll inhale and exhale. Bending the knees, small step to the left. Inhale, raising the hands, elbows tucked back under the shoulders. Exhale, pressing down, bending the knees. We'll shift and turn to the right, shift and turn to the left, pivoting on the right heel. Shift your weight to that right foot, form a ball in a T-stance. Right, grab with the top hand, extend the bottom hand and the left foot. Part the mane to the left corner. Back, forwards, forming a ball, T-stance. Right, grab with the left hand, extend the right hand and the right foot, and part the mane to the right corner. Back, forwards. Grab with the right hand, extend the left hand, the left foot, part the mane to the left corner. Half step with the right foot, shift the weight back, left hand over the right elbow. Inhale, raising the arms up and to the right. Exhale, pull the left hand down, go Up onto your left toe. Cat stance, white crane, spread its wings. Okay. All right, good. Let's do that one more time. Starting on the right side of the room from the beginning. And inhale, exhale. Small step. Inhale, exhale, pressing down. To the right, and to the left, pivoting. Back to the right, forming the ball, T stance. Grab and extend, and part the knee. To the left corner, back, forwards, forming the ball, T stance. Grab and extend, and part the knee to the right corner. Back, forwards, grab and extend, part the knee to the left corner. Half step, shift the weight back, knees turn over, left hand over the right elbow. Inhale, raising. Exhale, left hand comes down, cat stance. Back straight, hands symmetrical to your center line. All right, very good. All right, let's keep moving now. So let's just kind of work our way sequentially through this form. So let's just take a few steps back from where you were. So you're back on the right side of your room again. All right, and we're going to start in our white crane, and we're going to work our way through brush knee and step forward. All right, so let's start in our cat stance. So weight on the right foot, up on your left toe. We spread our wings. All right, now turn your hip to the left, block with the right arm. Right hand goes down, left hand comes up. Turn your hip to the right, block with the left hand. Right hand comes up, palm facing the ceiling. The hands curl in as you step forward with the left foot and brush knee. Shift back, block and twist to the right. You open your toes, shift the weight forward, turning to the left, blocking with the right hand. Left hand comes up. We step, we brush knee for the second time. Knees are straight ahead. Shift back, block and twist. Shift the weight forward, blocking with the left hand, turning to the right. Right hand comes up. We step, brush knee for the third time. All right, half step. Reach out and grab with that right hand. Shift the weight back. Turn the hip to the right. Pull the right hand into the waist. The left fingers and left toes come up. Or play the lute. Okay, and we end in this 7-star stance. All right, good. All right, let's do that again. We'll do our brush knee, 3 brush knees. And of course, again, going straight to our left with these moves, no more corners. And then we'll finish with play the lute. All right, so from our cat stance, we just spread our wings. All right, turn to the left and block with the right arm, right hand down, turn to the left hand, right hand comes up, we step and brush knee. Shift back, open the toes, block and twist. Shift the weight forward, blocking to the left. Left hand comes up, we step, brush knee. Shift back, block and twist. Shift the weight forward, blocking to the right. Right hand comes up. Curl in as you step and brush knee. Half step, grabbing with the right hand. Shift the weight back. Turn the hip, left arm nice and long as you play the lute. Okay, very good. All right, I know we spent a lot of time on that brush on the brush knee and step forward movement. Okay, so just a quick review. Just remember when you're doing this block and twist motion, you have the bottom hand. You're turning your body one way, but you're actually, as you shift your weight back, you're turning your toes the other way. We're shifting back and we're opening our toes, but we're actually blocking and twisting the opposite way. Okay, and the top hand always goes down and around to the outside. Okay, so if it's your right hand, it'll be a counterclockwise circle. If it's your left hand, it'd be a clockwise circle. Okay. All right. So let's see here. Let's keep working our way through the form a little bit here. All right. So we just did play the lute. So why don't we start on the left side of your space now? Okay. And we're going to start in that 7-star stance. So your weight's on your right foot, up on your left heel. We just played the lute. All right. Now we're going to do 4 repulse monkey and step backwards. All right. So number 1, we raise the right arm to the side of the body with the palm facing down. Number 2, we turn the palms up. Number 3, step back with the left foot as the right hand comes into the ear. 4, shift and turn the body to a cat stance. Right hand passes over the left hand as you extend, repulsing with the right hand, and the left hand comes all the way back to your hip bone, essentially. All right, 1, raising the hand. 2, palms up. 3, stepping back, left hand to the ear. 4, repulse, cat stance, right hand to your hip. 1, hand up. 2, palms up. 3, stepping back. 4, repulse. 1 more. 1, 2, palms up. 3, stepping back. 4, repulse. Okay. All right, very good. Let's see how we're doing on time. We're doing great. Let's do that one again. All right, so let's go from our play the lute one more time on the left side of your space. Try to keep your back straight. I know these single leg stances can be hard. It's very tempting to bend over, but do the best you can. All right. So 1, we raise the arm. 2, palms up. 3, stepping back, right hand to the ear. 4, repulse, cat stance, left hand back to your hip. Okay, front fingers at the nose height at the fingertips. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Turning the hip. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right. Very good. All right. Now let's see. Let's do a quick review of the move right after that. So the one right after that is grasp the sparrow's tail, which you might remember we do on both sides. Okay. So we go in the same direction as our last repulse monkey first, and then we're going to turn around and we're going to do it the other way. Okay. So let's just review that move real quickly. Let's start off. You can start off kind of in the center of your space, and we're going to do a cat stance, repulsing with our left hand forward, left toes forward. Okay, like we just did our last repulse monkey. All right, and so I'll turn around for this one so you can see me a little better. But essentially, I'll just be your mirror image here. So we just repulsed with our left hand, left toe forward. And what you're going to do is to transition into the next move is we're simply going to form a ball and a T stance. So just like the beginning of the form. All right, so you're just going to pull in your left toes and the left hand comes down as the right arm comes out and around. Form a ball, T stance. Okay, let's do that one more time. Repulse, pull in the hand and the toes, form a ball, T stance. All right, step with the left foot, reach out and grab with the right hand and ward off as you shift your weight forward. All right, back hand by the hip, reach out, pull back. All right fingers to the left wrist, they come up the body as you turn towards the front foot, shift the weight forward and press. Separate the hands, rock back, keeping the hands at shoulder height, rolling the shoulders, sinking, and push. Forward again. All right, now shift your weight back to the back foot, and the front palms kind of level out. They just kind of, the fingertips come down, the palms are towards the ground. Now you're going to turn to your right as you pivot on that left heel. all the way around. Shift your weight to that left foot and form a ball and T-stance on the other side. All right, step, reach out and grab, ward off. The right hand, reach out and pull back. One palm facing up, other palm facing down. Left fingers to the right wrist. Come up the body, turn and press. Separate, back, keep those elbows tucked in, sink and push. Okay, all right, very good. Let's do that one more time. From repulse monkey. All right, left hand and left foot forward. All right, form the ball, T-stance, step, reach out and ward off. Reach out, pull back. Fingers to the wrist, up the body, turn and press. Separate, back. Toes come up on this one and push. All right, now shift your weight back. Pivot on the left heel, turning to the right. Shift the weight, form a ball, T-stance. Right, step, reach out, ward off. Reach out and pull back. Fingers to the wrist, turn and press. Separate, back, sink and push. Okay, all right, good. Okay, let's keep moving. Now let's do, let's see. Yeah, let's do a little bit of single whip and wave hands like clouds, okay? So these are the next moves. After you make your way through that last push, now we're gonna transition into single whip, followed by 4 cloud hands and 1 more single whip, okay? So let's do those 3 moves together now. And let's see, let's start, let's see, I'll do this one. I think I can do this one facing the normal way, okay? You should be able to see me, okay? All right, so let's start, let's do this one starting on the right side of your space, okay? You can imagine we just finished that last push, okay? So right where we left off. Right foot forward, facing the right side of the room. All right, we'll shift our weight back, and we're gonna pivot on the left heel, I'm sorry, on the right heel. As you turn, you're going to block with the left hand as the right hand goes down. Both hands facing the body or facing backwards. Hands go to the side, now shift to the right. Block with the right hand. Left hand goes down. Form a crane's beak with the right hand. T-stance. Left hand comes up. Turn your hip all the way to the left side of the room. Step. Now turn your hip to the right as you shift your weight forward. Extending the palm, okay? So now we're in a side bow stance with our hips and shoulders kind of facing the screen, right? Front hand, nose fingertips, nose height. Back hand a little higher, about as high as your ear, okay? All right, let's do that again, and then we'll go right into wave hands like clouds, okay? And if you'll remember, the transition from the push into single whip is the same hand motion we're going to use for wave hands like clouds, okay? So we're just gonna block with one hand while the other hand goes down, and vice versa, okay? We'll always keep the palms facing backwards, and as we go through them each move, and you get to the side, you kind of pass through this motion right here, where the arms are kind of fully extended to the side, okay? Try not to cut it short and just, do a small circle with your hands like this. You really want to be nice and long, okay? All right. So on the push on the right side, shift the weight back, turn to the left, block with the left hand, right hand goes down, shift to the right, block with the right hand, form a crane's beak, T-stance, turn to the left, blocking, step, and single whip. Right, shift the weight back to the right foot, turn the left toes forward, left hand goes down, release the crane's beak, shift to the left foot, block with the left hand. Right hand goes down, feet together, about hip distance, shift to the right, block with the right hand. Step to the left and block with the left hand. Feet together, block with the right hand. Step to the left, block with the left hand. Feet together, block with the right hand. More, step to the left, block with the left hand. Feet together, block with the right hand. Crane's beak. T stance, left hand circles up and around as you turn. Step and single whip. Okay, good. Let's do that one more time and we'll keep moving. All right, pushing on the right side of the room towards the right. Right turn, block with the left hand, pivoting. Shift to the right, block with the right hand, crane's beak. T stance, turn, step, and single whip. Right, shift the weight, pivot on the heel, release the hook, block with the left hand, together, block with the right hand. Step and block to the left, feet together, block to the right. Step and block to the left, feet together, block to the right. Step and block to the left, together, block to the right. Crane's beak, T stance, turn, block to the left, step, and single whip. Okay. All right, very good. All right, so now we're getting, let's see, why don't we do a quick review of high pat on horse. We'll call that our kind of early stopping point for now, and then we'll work on the whole form a little bit more before we get into new material, okay? All right, so let's go facing the left side in our single whip, okay? All right, so let's take a half step with the back foot, shift the weight back, turn the palms up, right hand to the ear, and pressing forward with the right hand as you pull in the left hand back to your hip and the left toes, okay? Kind of like you're doing a forward-facing T stance in a way, okay? So your right hand is extended about shoulder height, left hand right at your hip, left toes just pulling, okay? So you can imagine you're pulling in, pulling on the wrist, striking with the palm, okay? Or simply petting the horse, okay? All right, let's do that one more time. From single whip. Facing the left, right, half step. Shift the weight back, palms up. Right hand to the ear. And pressing forward with the right hand to pull in the left hand and the left toes. Okay? And your fingers of your right hand should be turned to the left. All right, we call this what do we call this? We call this an inverted thrusting palm. Okay, because it's thrusting just means you turn it on its side, and then inverted means you turn it upside down. So we kind of made it a thrusting palm, and then we inverted it. So you hear that kind of terminology more in Kung Fu. All right, so let's see. Yeah, let's do the whole form from the beginning all the way up to there. Okay, so those are the first roughly about 12 moves. Okay, I kind of lost count today, but I'm pretty sure that's move number 12. So that's the halfway point. So why don't we go ahead and do the whole form from start to finish, get a good feel for kind of the flow and the connections between all these moves, and then we'll move forward into some new material from there. Okay, so we'll start on the right side of our space with our feet together, back straight, nice and relaxed. Okay, really try to focus on your breath. Okay, I didn't talk a lot about breath today in reviewing these moves, but with all the moves, I would just try to breathe naturally. That's the most important factor. But also, if you're trying to coordinate your breath with your movements, try to begin each movement with an inhale and finish with an exhale. Okay, so as you're parting the mane, you can inhale as you grab and extend, and exhale as you part the mane. Okay, so the more you practice, the more you'll kind of develop that kind of natural rhythm to your breath as you progress through these moves, and then it'll just get better and better. It'll be more about just kind of relaxing and then just kind of flowing from movement to movement while your breath is nice and coordinated. And you don't have to spend less time kind of thinking about all these crazy details. All right. So it takes time, but you'll get there. All right. So from the beginning. All right. Inhale. Exhale. Small step. Inhale. Exhale. Pressing down. Inhale. Shift to the right. Exhale, shifting to the left, pivoting, on the ball, T-stance. Inhale, grab and extend. Exhale, part the mane to the left corner. Back, forwards, forming a ball. Grab and extend and part the mane to the right corner. Back, forwards, forming a ball. Grab and extend, part the mane to the left corner. Half step, shift the weight back, raising the arms up and to the right. Exhale, pulling the left hand down, cat stance. Okay, let's take a few steps back and we'll resume from there. Okay, so from our cat stance, turn to the left and block, right hand down, left hand up, turn to the right and block. Right hand comes up, step, and brush knee. Back, block and twist, forward blocking, turning the hip. Left hand comes up, step, and brush knee. Back, block and twist, forwards blocking with the left hand. Right hand comes up, step, and brush knee. Half step, grab, shift the weight back. Turn, play the lute. Pulse one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pulse. 1, 2, 3. Stepping back. Forward pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. From our last repulse, form a ball, T-stance. Step out, reach out and grab and ward off. Grasp the sparrow's tail. Reach out, pull back. Fingers to the wrist and press. Separate, back, and push. Shift the weight back, pivot on the heel, turning to the right, form a ball, T-stance. Step, reach out and grab and ward off. Reach out and pull back. Fingers to the wrist and press. Shift back and push. All right, turn to the left, walk with the left hand. Right hand goes down. Shift the weight to the right foot, block with the right hand, Queen's beak, T-stance, turn, step, and single whip. Shift the weight to the right, pivoting on the heel, left hand goes down, release the Queen's beak, shift to the left, block with the left hand, right hand down, feet together, block with the right hand. Step and block to the left, feet together, block to the right. Walk to the left, together, walk to the right. Walk to the left, together, walk to the right. Holding Crane's beak, T-stance, left hand comes around, step, and single whip. Half step, shift the weight back, palms up, right hand to the ear. Press it forward as you pull in the left hand and the left toes for high paddle horse. Okay. All right. Very good. All right. That's hopefully getting a good kind of familiarity, or even just just starting to develop some of that muscle memory. It takes time to learn all these movements. So don't feel like you have to be that far into the form, right? Necessarily, but hopefully they're at least starting to feel more comfortable for you. Okay. All right. So let's continue onward. Let's work on some new moves for a little bit. Okay. We're getting into the more kind of physically challenging part of the form, but of course there are alternative ways to do pretty much all these moves. Okay, to make them a little easier. And then as you know, the more you do it, the more you build your strength, the more you can kind of work towards other ways of doing the movements as well. Okay. All right. So for this one, we're going to, from our high pat on horse, we're going to go to the corners for this little transitional spear hand, and then we're going to do a right heel kick to the right corner. Okay, so we're still kind of going towards the left side of the room generally, but we're going to the corners with our spear hand and our kick, and then we're going to turn around. We're going to make a big turn to the left, and we're actually going to start making our way back to the right side of the room. Okay, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do another one of those kicks on that side of the room. Okay, so let's just practice that motion for a second. Okay, so let's just start off with our hands kind of out in front of you like this. Okay, and now lower the hands, cross the arms. You're going to have your right hand in front. And now we're going to separate the arms, turn out the hands, and spread the palms at a 90-degree angle. Okay, so you're watching the right hand, the left hand is at 90 degrees. Okay, so not too wide. Okay, all right, both hands about fingertips, nose height. Okay, all right, and the idea is that's your front hand. If your right hand is extending forwards and the back hand is to the side, then that's the side where you're extending the kick, or if you want to make it a little easier, you're simply extending the heel down towards the ground. Okay, so basically landing in a 7-star stance, which is where you would end up anyway after the kick. So really, it's not like you're simplifying or changing the form that much, really. Okay, all right. So let us go from high pat on horse on the right side of your space. So, the left side of your space. Got my mirror brain on still. And so our weight is going to be on your left foot, left hand back by the hip, right hand extended out in front. Okay? Or wait a second, I have that backwards. Yeah, I do. Okay, no more mirrors. All right, so left foot forward, weight on your right foot. Okay, we just extended. Okay, yeah, I had my hands backwards. All right, so your weight's on your right foot, left toe forward, left hand back by the hip, and the right hand is extended. Okay, so we're kind of opposite hand and foot here. All right, so now step towards the left corner, and you're going to block down with the right hand and spear towards the left hand. All right, now turn that hand over so that the arms are essentially crossed. Shift the weight back, separate, shift the weight forward, cross the arms with the right hand in front. Now bring up the hands and the right knee together and extend the arms, separate the hands, extend the hands, and kick with the right heel towards the right corner. Or simply extend the right heel down to the floor. Right? If you're up on doing the kick, and then bring the foot in, turn the palms up, bring them back towards the hips. So now our hips are totally turned facing that corner. We're shifting away forward, strike the ears with both fists. Okay, so now we're simply shifting our weight forward to a bow stance, striking the ears with both fists with the palms turning out. Okay. All right, let's do that again from high pat on horse. So, left foot forward, right hand extended. Step to the left corner. Spear, turn over the left hand, separate as you shift your weight back, shift your weight forward, cross the arms, right hand on the outside, bring up the hands and the knee, separate the arms and the hands as you kick or extend the foot down to the floor, turn the hips to the right, bring the palms back to the hips, 7-star stance, hands come out and around as you shift your weight forward, and strike the ears with both fists. Okay? All right. Okay, good. We've got a few more minutes to work on this. All right, so this is kind of about as far as we were getting in the last couple of classes. There was kind of a lot of details to talk about there. But now let's make our way around back to the left side. Okay, so now we're going to turn around, and essentially we're going to do the same move on the left side. Okay, so just bring up the arms. Whatever hand is extending with the foot, you can always remember that's the hand that's on the outside. Okay, and the idea is if someone's coming towards you and you needed to block with that hand, you wouldn't want it to be on the inside, because then my other hand is in the way. It could prevent it from coming out and blocking. But if it's on the outside, it's ready to go. Okay, so always remember whatever hand is in kind of doing the action, that's the hand that's on the outside. All right, so let's go from strike the ears with both fists. All right, so we're kind of going towards the corner on the left side of your room, kind of towards your screen a little bit. Right foot forward, striking the ears with both fists. All right, now shift the weight back to your left foot. Now you're going to make a big turn to the left, pivoting on the right heel. And as you do so, separate the hands. And now shift the weight to that right foot. Okay, you might have to turn and look over your left shoulder right now to see the screen. But essentially, I just turned around and I separated the hands, and I'm bringing in this foot so that I can now lower the hands, cross the arms, bring up the knee, and do another kick with, again, the hands at 90 degrees. So now my left hand is extended and the right hand is to the side. Okay? All right, let's do that again. And again, if the kick is too challenging, simply bring up the knee and the hands and simply extend the heel down to the ground. Okay? As you separate the hands. All right, so let's do that again from strike the ears with both fists towards our corner here. Shift the weight back. Big turn to the left, pivoting on the right heel as you separate the hands. Shift the weight to the right foot. The hands come down, crossing the arms, left hand in front. Bring up the knee, separate the hands, and kick. Okay. All right, good. All right, now let's talk about the transition into the next movement after that one. Okay. All right, so now this next move is called, I believe it's called right lower body and was it right lower body and stand on one leg. Okay, and it has a number of different names, kind of like grass the sparrow's tail. It has a bunch of little names for the individual movements. Okay, so this one's also made up of two movements that are kind of combined into one. And one is we're going to go from a kick. We're going to form a crane's beak, just like in single whip with our back hand with your right hand. The left hand's going to come back and block in front of the face. The hand's going to come back to the shoulder. Okay, so let's just practice that. So we extended our hands, left hand going towards the back towards the right side of your space again. We'll form a crane's beak with the right hand, and the left hand comes back to your shoulder. Okay. From there, if we just focus on the hands, your left hand now is going to scoop down as low as you can, down towards the floor, with just the fingers extended in front, kind of like your hand is making its way down underneath something. Okay, they call this snake creeps down or snake creeps through the grass. Okay, so you can imagine your hand is the snake and it's kind of making its way down through the grass. Okay, you don't have to wiggle it like a snake, but you can if you want to. All right, so let's extend the hands, form the crane's beak. Left hand comes back and extends down to the ground. And now, as you go towards that side of the room, the hand's going to come up, out in front of you, and the back hand, the crane's beak, is simply going to lower and turn with the beak towards the ceiling so that you end in a posture like this. Okay, so your left hand is extended, fingertips nose height, and the back hand simply went down and turned with the crane's beak up. Okay. All right, so let's and as you do that, all right, let's talk about the feet now. So let's say you either did the kick or you simply set your foot down. Okay, so if you simply set your foot down as you form the crane's beak and block with the left hand back to the shoulder, you're simply just going to pivot on that heel, kind of turning towards the back, kind of away towards your screen. And then that hand's going to come down. And then as it comes up and you turn over the crane's beak and lower it, you're going to shift, you're going to pivot on that left heel and shift your weight forward to a bow stance. Okay? So we'll just stop here today. I don't want to go too far. But that's the idea. Is the hand comes back and blocks, it goes down, and then it comes up, and the other hand simply lowers and turns over. And then in terms of your weight distribution, you're going from your back leg to your front leg. Okay? So basically from a kind of a back-loaded 7-star stance forwards to a bow stance. Okay? So let's talk about the kind of normal way of doing it. If you want to add a little more challenge, you're going to bring up the knee, you're going to kick, extending the hands. Now you're going to form the crane's beak and block as the foot comes in to a crane stance. And now we're going to lower our body down as that snake creeps down. The foot's going to extend out to a drop stance. Hand goes down and then up. We pivot on the heels to a kind of a longer bow stance, okay? And you can be somewhere in between. You don't necessarily have to go way down here, okay? It could also be simply I kick, I block, and I extend the foot maybe to here. And the hand comes down, and I come forward, okay? So there's kind of a wide range that you can kind of just adapt, to do what feels right for your body. Either simply do the pivot in the turn, or maybe take a half step out as you sink down, or if you can, try to go all the way down to a long drop stance. Okay, and drop stance, just a quick review. If I'm going to do kind of a left drop stance on the left foot forward, the toes are actually facing square, so they're facing the screen, and the back toes are actually pointed away from the body 45 degrees, okay? And then this leg stays straight, this leg is bent, okay? All right, so it can be a higher drop stance, like right here, or as you get stronger, you can kind of work your way down lower and lower, okay? All right, so I think that's probably enough for today. But yeah, hopefully that's starting to feel good. We go from our punch to the ears, we turn around, we make a big block, and kick, and snake creeps down. We'll make our way to here, okay? And then we'll continue from there next time. All right, so why don't we close out the day with just a little bit more Qigong, just for fun. Real short exercise. All right, so this is, we'll keep it in the spirit of our bear and our strong horse stance that we did today at the beginning. All right, so let's go into a horse stance. All right, this will be short, so maybe you can try to go a little bit lower if you want to push yourself, all right? All right, so let's take your hands out in front, like you're holding a barrel, okay? Inhale, you pull the hands into the chest, and exhale, pushing out with the hands. Inhale back, exhale, pushing the mountain, this one's called. Inhale back, exhale, push. 2 more, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, exhale, pushing the mountain. And relax. Okay. All right. Well, thanks again for joining me. I hope these moves are feeling good for you, making some good progress. All right. Well, we'll pick it up again on Tuesday. All right. So we'll go ahead and bow out. Anyone that wants to stick around and stretch I'll be here. So you're more than welcome to join me. If you want to work on your flexibility, be good for those drop stances. Okay, well these stretches are designed to really work on those stances. All right, so we'll bow to each other, right fist in the left hand, and bow. Okay, all right, nice job. I'll see you next time, or if you're sticking around for a stretch, I'll see you here in just a minute. All right, thanks. Have a good one. All right, let's go ahead and stretch it out. Okay, so again, yeah, the idea behind a lot of the stretching, there's a lot of benefits to the stretching. It's good for, of course, your general mobility, just maintaining a wide range of motion, with all of your joints, and having nice limber muscles will help with that. Okay, in terms of your Tai Chi or your Kung Fu, whatever you're practicing, this will also have a lot of benefit to those types of movements as well. Okay, they'll be more free and open, and your things like your stances will be better. You'll be able to get your stances lower if your goal is to get your stances lower or longer in some cases, and they'll also in instances where, like for example, today we're working on kicks. It'll help you get your kicks higher as well, okay? Because you'll have less resistance from those tight muscles kind of you're pulling that leg down, okay? So things like that, it's good to work on the flexibility as well as the strength of some of these muscles, like in the top of your leg, being able to hold that leg up there and extend it, okay? So another good exercise you can do is simply lift your knee, extend the kick, and just hold it for 60 seconds usually is how long I like to do it. You can do them to the front, you can do them to the side, okay? You can even do them back behind you, okay? It'll help build all these muscles, which are great for not just for holding a kick out there, but for general mobility in general, walking up the stairs. You have to lift your leg to do that, right? So there's all kinds of benefits to these types of exercises. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. And yeah, again, these stretches, they're great for your stances because you'll notice a lot of these stretches, like this one, is basically a drop stance. Okay, so we're working on our stances as we do these stretches. All right, so for the first one, let's do like the stretch we did earlier, where you can take one foot and place it up on a piece of furniture, okay, and sink in, nice deep stretch that way. Or if you want to do it on the floor, I'll do it that way as well. All right, so back leg is straight, right knee forward, right arm hooking underneath, keeping the back straight and the back leg straight, sinking the hips, right, stretching the right pelvis inside of the hip and the left quad. Try to relax into your stretches, especially as you exhale, you really feel yourself sink in just a little bit more. All right, left knee down. Okay, and if you're doing a standing version, you can simply grab a chair, grab that back foot, and pull the foot up, stretch the quad that way. Okay, stretching the front of the leg. If you're on the floor, left knee down. Grab the left foot with the right hand and push the hips forward, back straight, pulling that foot towards the trunk. All right, we'll do the other side. So you can place your left foot up on the furniture for that stretch, or left foot forward if you're on the ground. All right, sink into that one. All right knee down. And grab the right foot with the left hand. And sinking forward. Stretching the quad. Again, if you're standing up, just grab that other foot and pull it towards your trunk. Okay. All right, so for this next one, if you're standing up, you can sit down and cross your legs and simply hug that knee into your chest to stretch the outside of the hip. All right, if you're on the ground, your right knee forward with the left foot about a 90-degree angle, left leg back, and sink over that right knee. Straighten the upper body. Push down on the right knee. Push down on the back of the left hip with the left hand. And stretching the left quad. All right, we'll do an added challenge. You can grab that left foot with the right hand. Pull that foot forward. Just kind of maintaining that front hip stretch, and now adding a little bit more of a quad stretch. All right, do the other side. All right, so if you're sitting down, you can hug that left knee towards your chest now. All right. Left foot forward, sinking over the knee. All right, leaning back, pushing down on the knee and the hip. right, for an extra challenge, we'll grab the right foot with the left hand. So we grab and try to maintain that kind of, almost like you're doing a split with your knees as you pull the foot forward. Okay. All right, now you can either sit on the floor, or if you prefer not to get down on the floor, you can use a couple of chairs. Sit on one chair and put your feet up on the other one. I will inhale, up, exhale, release the hands, falling forward at the hips. All right, now we'll grab your right foot with your left hand, fingers wrapped around the outside, cross that leg over, turn the ankle in, stretching the outside of the leg and the ankle as you twist your upper body the opposite way to help you extend that further. Okay. You don't have to straighten the leg, but if you can, straighten it as much as you can. All right, cross that leg over and left elbow to the outside of the right knee and twisting, stretching the upper body. Okay, we'll switch sides. Grab the left foot with the right hand and twist. All right, cross over. Right elbow to the outside of the left knee and twisting. Okay. All right, now if you're on the floor, you can separate the feet, or if you're in a chair, you could even grab a third chair, or even use a coffee table or something. Spread your feet out, put one foot on each object, and inhale, exhale, holding forward. Try to keep your back straight. All right, inhale, retreat a little bit. Exhale, sink a little bit further. Inhale, retreat. Exhale, sink. You can even grab your toes if you like, or your ankles. All right. Your arms up over the head and falling to the left, keeping the chest pointed outward, stretching the side of the body. All right, other side. You can hear my dog snoring. All right, bring the soles of the feet together. Pull in the feet. We'll flap our butterfly wings here. Open up the hips. Okay, now we'll inhale. Exhale, falling forward, pushing down on the knees. All right, now let's get standing up, and I'll be back in just 2 seconds. Still stretching. I just like the cats up. Okay. All right, let's see. All right, so left toes pointing to the side, right toes pointing forward. Kind of like we're, again, talking about that drop stance we did earlier. We're going to sink, stretch, push out on the knee if you can. All right, other side. Right, back to the other side. The toes up. Try to keep the other foot flat. You stretching too? Right. Other side. All right, we'll do the other one again. If you can, though, try to point out your toes a little bit more. Stretch the inside of the leg a little bit more. Other side. Okay. All right, just a couple more. Let's do our splits now. Right, or if that's a little too extreme, you can also just sit on the floor and do that same stretch where we extend the feet or stretch down between the feet. You can also do this when standing up too. Right, so separate the legs, your hips between your heels, and sink. Right, we'll retreat out of that. Point up the toes and sink one more time. All right, carefully come out of that. All right, we'll rest just for a moment. All right. All right, right foot forward, side split. Right. Stay in a straight line. You can support your upper body on your hands. Or you can extend the hands out to the side. Let your body weight help you sink further into the stretch. All right, other side. Okay. All right. Okay, that's it. Thanks again for joining me today. I hope you got a good workout. Yeah, have a nice Memorial Day weekend, and I guess I'll see you on Tuesday. All right, thanks. I'll see you then.